That's the plan. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you in 2 seconds. 1, 2, I'm gonna unmute you in 1 second. You are
Okay.
live.
BahamutX. And right before we start, we did have some donations come in. We have $7 from Prof Nest that says Tie Snipe. We also have a $10 from Prof Nest that says bidding on my own rice and all, but gotta put Jupiter in the running after she gave me a 30-second plus PB, which would have cut my leaderboard gap versus Inben down more than halfway if I'd been recording it expecting it to be more than an off-character practice. Sad faces. So I guess moral of the story is get your character picks in. Anyone could be a PB world record, except Super Satin. Possibly Tuxedo Common. They do not bring joy. Strictly within the game. Personal opinions allowed to vary. So thank you for those donations, and we are cutting off the bid war so we can get started with the game. So Bahamut, would you like to start the game?
Sure thing. So, bid war's cut.
Bid war is... Ack? One sec. Ack? Bid war is officially closed.
All right. So, who won the bid war between Misako and Kyoko?
It was a tie!
It was a tie.
So it's up
What?
to you how you want to decide this. You can just pick your favorite, or we can flip a coin.
You know what? Oh man, the flip the coin sounds kind of interesting, but I think we'll go ahead and do Kyoko. For those who know this game at all or know the speedrun, most people speedrun Misako, and so I've actually been practicing Kyoko to kind of excited to use it for a bid war. So we'll go and do Kyoko. There's something different because yeah, so something different from previous times I've done this marathon, or done this in a marathon, I should say. And also I had a incentive. Was that met as well?
That incentive was met.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, would you like to tell us what the incentive was?
The incentive was to unlock the secret boss, which is we call the all bosses category. And so you all donated enough to open that up, so you'll get to see the secret ending with the secret boss. So thank you everybody for your donations. It's greatly appreciated. This is a great charity and everything like that. So I'm excited to show this all off to you.
We're excited to see it.
Okay, so do you want to do a countdown for me, or should I do a countdown?
I can count you in.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, everybody. Hope you've all having a good Wednesday so far. This is River City Girls. Those who might be familiar with the series, people might know about River City Ransom, which was a game on the original NES. And it is part of the original. There is a world, they call it Kunio-kun World. And one reason I fell in love with this game is River City Ransom was about Kunio and Ricky going to save Ricky's girlfriend. But River City Girls is the opposite. It's the Kyoko and Misako going to save Kunio and Ricky. So it's got that flip of the save the girlfriend trope. So that's one reason why, as I said, I fell in this game. So early in the game here, it's your basic attack is basically 3 light attacks and a heavy attack, and we want to try to be as efficient as we can. Attack as many enemies as we can, because more enemies we attack, the more damage you do. And as we get later in the game, we're gonna get more abilities that lets us do more damage and also prevents them from doing damage to us, because a little bit later we're going to do what we like to call juggling, basically keeping enemies in the air, do damage to them so they don't do damage to us. But that's a little bit later.
Do all the damage.
All the damage, yes. River City Girls was created by a wonderful company called Way Forward. Most people may know them by their Shantae series, but they're also known for a somewhat, little well-known game, DuckTales Remastered. They're also known for that game too, which I have played, which is a fun game.
Oh, the music in that is so good.
Oh, definitely. The remake of the music of that game is good too. So here we go. We got first level, and we get a few abilities from leveling up, but most abilities we get from buying abilities in dojos. We're gonna, for the statue here, they are called Sabu statues, and we need to create or destroy all 25 to unlock the secret boss. That is Hasebe and Mame, the rival girls of our two heroes.
Nice. Yeah, but they're crazy.
Welcome, students. Today we're going to learn about puberty.
Puberty.
That movie looks scary in the
That's
background.
'cause you're ignorant, Timmy. Puberty stands for punching.
I guess I never really looked at it that much because I'm so focused on the gameplay. Something I'll
Right.
notice that I can block, but enemies can also block, and cheerleaders definitely block more than usual, more than others, I should say.
Punch
Yeah, they can-
until bricks explode right towards
Yeah.
you.
They get annoying sometimes when they especially they want to keep
Where are
blocking.
we headed?
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs. We'll exit through the front.
Today is School Spirit Day. Show your school spirit by destroying those
I do have to say though, I'm glad I didn't go to this high school.
Because all the fighting.
Yes, so much punching.
Oh, there's some fun fourth wall a little bit later about that too. It's pretty good. So I mentioned earlier, River City Ransom that name was westernized. In Japan, it was called Nakatsu. Downtown Nakatsu Monogatari is the original name. Most of the Kunio-kun series games were mostly on the NES and Super Nintendo, or Famicom, Super Famicom, because most games did not come out here in the United States. And sometimes when the enemy is the last person there, they'll try to beg for mercy and want you to recruit them. Like, no, we don't want to do that because that doesn't really help us that much, especially for speedrunning. But when they do it, though, it's annoying for us because it reduces the size of the hitbox for a while. So you kind of either have to wait a little bit, or if you do a jump kick correctly, you can still hit it. But it's annoying. Like, I don't want to recruit you. I want you to go away.
But recruiting, helping.
If you're playing casually, it can be kind of fun. Basically, when you recruit someone, every so often you can use one of their abilities, and they tend to be something they use on you. Like the guy with the big hair here I'm just hitting. If I recruit him and you use him, he'll do a big kick in the direction that you're pointing.
Will he also tell you how to get that amazing hair?
I don't know. That's probably a secret.
Secrets,
Yes.
like the stretch goals we have.
Oh, of stretch goals, huh? How about
She's on break.
in a little bit here, I'm going to describe the boss here and how the bosses go here. This is Suzu, and every boss there are 3 phases, and we try to go through as fast as we can through each phase. And in between phases, the boss will do a special ability. And a lot of times you can either dodge or sometimes even interrupt them. So with this one, she's going to charge at me. And I just get behind a pillar there. So a little bit, I haven't really gotten into it too much yet, but Misako and Kyoko, they're similar in a lot of ways, but they're also very different in a lot of other ways. One early way that Kyoko is different from Misako is the way she does her power attack here. It's nice when you're fighting enemies. Okay, there we go. Because if I was playing Misako, you probably noticed that it was a lot easier for me to hit the heavy attack with Kyoko, but if I was playing Misako, it's a lot harder. And so that's good for regular enemies, but unfortunately it's not so good with Suzu, because I go so far forward, I can't run away in time unless I start at the very edge of her hitbox. Then I can run away, but it's a little trickier. So I'm so sorry. You were talking about stretch goals. Did you want to talk about those?
Well, I was going to say that that we do have some secret stretch goals that I can't really talk about except to say that they exist and we have them in our heads.
Oh, I see.
But I can say that we do have lots of incentives and donation or goals that we could use donations towards. Like we have Puzzle Bobble 2 coming up later tonight, and neither of those have very many donations towards them, so if you'd like to have
Go find
some
that creepy guy.
hard difficulty Puzzle Bobble 2 or to watch the cutscenes, you could donate towards those. I also like reading silly things, so if you have silly things for me to read, you could send those with your donations too.
Should totally do that. Yes.
So what are we doing now?
So we just left the high school here, and so the whole thing here is to try to find the boyfriends. And the kind of the thing about the stories, they go to, like, say, you're gonna go to the mall. They're not at the mall. Go here. They're not there. So it's basically kind of like a goose chase, trying to find where these boyfriends are at. And that there's our creepy dude Godai. He's basically gonna be the ones who can give us side quests throughout the game. So sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, did you just beat up somebody in a Lucha Libre mask?
Oh yes, there is that is one of the. Oh, actually, I think I forgot what they're called. They're actually called something in Japan.
Bacon rods. I could eat a whole pile of those for breakfast.
Sure thing.
That's what we're gonna do a bunch here. Where the speed juice is mostly for turning up our speed for a little bit. Oh, we're gonna go down here. That in there, that was Billy from Billy and Jimmy Lee from Double Dragon. So lots of little
Cameos.
Cameos, yes. So we're gonna eat a bunch of food here, and in addition to replenishing, make sure I do this right.
Sure,
Okay.
I guess.
Replenish stamina. The first time you eat an item, though, it permanently increases one of your stats, and so we take advantage of that. And mostly we like to eat food related to attack power and agility.
That sounds like a fun
Here's
thing
your
to put
burger.
into a randomized version of this. Make all the food do different things.
That would be interesting, yeah. So earlier when I was in the dojo, I picked up basically the ability I'm going to be using a lot, as long as the enemies let me. It's the follow set, and this is the main thing that we do. We juggle. So the more enemies we juggle at once, the more damage you do, and less damage they do to us.
That sounds useful.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of the trick here, is to try to keep them together as much as you can, because if you don't hit them, together, they can split up, and then you miss them. And if you don't hit them in the right area, or not necessarily the right area, but you might be juggling one, but then if there's one that's a little bit of distance away, you might knock the other one down while you're trying to juggle the one you're juggling. So it can be definitely tricky at times.
It sounds tricky.
So that was Hiroshi, that little NPC there. In previous Kunio-kun games, he was Kunio's best friend.
Aww.
Yeah. So the other way we save time is, you've noticed there's places where I've had been forced to fight enemies. Those, I like to call them lock rooms. There are several in the game that we can skip. Some are harder than others, and this one is, I would say, is the hardest in the game. So we'll see if I can pull it off. I think get one shot.
That must be his house.
I made it now.
Yay!
Got the keys. Don't wake him up.
All right. It's a little tricky to run across. I think I'll let the. You can jump across with the speed boost, but it's a little trickier. So let's see if I can. All right. There we go. So that saves me a little of time.
Somebody needs
There
to clean
are.
their room.
Oh, sorry.
Get back
What was
to the
that?
mall.
Somebody needs to clean their room. Jeez.
Oh yeah, that was the. Basically, we're getting the keys to open the mall, and I'm guessing he had all those keys, because if I had missed the jump, I would have waked him up and like, get out of my house. So that saved us a little time. And like I said, there are rooms that are much easier to skip, and that's, I like to say, is the hardest one.
That was a really good skip, though.
Yes, I'm so happy when I'm able to do it. I can do it with the speed boost on, but it's a little trickier.
Hey there! Buy something. Got it. Nice.
So now we got the keys to the mall, and we're gonna go inside.
We got the keys.
Yay! Let's go to the mall.
Oh man, I love How I Met Your Mother. So I mentioned that there are some rooms that are easier to skip. We just skipped one. You didn't even realize it. And we're about to skip another one here. We're gonna get some food here first.
Please, enter. We have only the
And the food court is really important.
It is, especially some boba tea, you know.
Oh my!
So we need to go back to the left. We're gonna save and restart. When we do that, the game is gonna put us at the edge of the room that we came from. So, so if we go left, there's this locked room. If we save and restart, we go there and we get to skip it because we basically go around this room. So several skips are like that, where you just basically save and restart, go to the edge, and then just don't go that way. Right here is another locked room, and all I had to do was just run along the bottom.
Who knew that running along the bottom of the map would keep you from having to get beaten up by people?
I know.
Pro
Something
tip
we learn
right
every
there.
day.
Life lesson, everybody.
You'll notice me moving these weapons out of the way. When you're playing casually, they're kind of fun. You know, who doesn't want to pick up a bench and throw it at people? But they don't really help the speedrun. They kind of more get in the way than they help. In more ways than one, which I'll definitely explain later in the run. So we got one more set here. Just notice there how like I'm juggling one. If the one comes towards me, it knocks them down, which loses time. All right, let's get some candy, some elements.
Oh,
Candy?
please come in. Thank you for
Got
shopping.
a statue right here.
Wait, what? Polyester candy? What?
So we're gonna come across our second boss here.
Is this a construction site? It's so yucky. Yo,
It's Yamada, aka Magic Boy.
My name's
Oh, come on, there we go. Nice little trivia is, for those familiar with River City Ransom, he was the final boss in River City Ransom.
ladies.
And here you are fighting him in level 2, which means this
Exactly.
game is
Love of
definitely
my
the
life.
level up version.
So a nice little cycle here, if it goes well. Oh, there we go. If I was right with the timing, I could have interrupted that attack there.
It's fine.
Yeah, occasionally he'll counter like that. So sometimes he'll counter more than others. We'll see if I can interrupt his next stage attack. Alright, basically just gotta time it well. Oh. But that little laser, you can run around and have it miss you, but the best thing is actually if you're gonna have that laser, you want to have it hit you, because the longer the laser is on the ground, the more damage it'll do. So we want to let it hit you right away. Come on, stop blocking. There we go. And that's Amida.
Yay! So now you have officially beaten River City Ransom. What are you going to do next?
Stay down.
Next, we're gonna go to I think it's Uptown. That's where we're gonna go next. Because if we were watching the cutscene, Yamada would have said that to go talk to. There's a fashion person here. The next boss we're gonna go see. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change. We're gonna actually start using accessories. They do different things like increase or decrease, abilities and attack power and stuff. So, and I'm gonna go and use another. Oh, did we use it already? There we go. We got a couple more statues to take care of up here. Oh, actually, we gotta go get a couple more of you over here. Couple more abilities.
So if you're going to this next section, where the fashion stuff is.
Mhm.
Will this make Kyoko an uptown girl?
Oh no, you went there, didn't you?
I had to. I had no choice.
See you later.
That's fair. One thing we do to avoid some areas, kind of like avoiding locked rooms, is if we're playing this casually, we would have went. Remember how like earlier where I saved and restarted the game to avoid a locked room? If we're playing this casually, you might have actually kept going to the right there, because that also will take you to Uptown. But if you do that, you'll be coming across from the side that you can't skip. But we're going to come from above here, which will let us skip the room if we do it right.
Which of course you will, because you're awesome.
Ah, thank you.
And you know, you're familiar with this game.
Oh yeah, a little bit. But man, I love this game. Something that I like to tell people, like, before I played River City Girls, I was really bad at this type of game. I was not good at beat 'em up games. But because I fell in love with it, I'm like, alright, I'm going to play this and I'm going to get good at it. And it took a while to not be bad at it.
So this is Uptown, huh? Seems pretty fancy.
Mess that up there. Alright, but most times if you mess up the locked room, you can save and restart it and try again.
Yay!
Gotta go down a little bit farther. We'll get this.
We have a question in chat. Did we check the guards?
The guards.
Yes. We need a tar to come and check the guards, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't have chat up. And that time we'll get this here. Because you can get knocked back into the room here. Check the guards. Because it's I wish I had the chat up and maybe
So
it's
we had issues with guard checking apparently in Final Fantasy VII for
Oh,
this. So
okay.
yeah, we want to make
From a
sure
previous
that
run.
all guards from here on out are just checked to make sure.
Okay, I think I checked all the guards. There we go. How about that?
Okay. I was just checking about your checking of the guards.
Gotcha.
Although in this game, I guess it's more like body checking the guards.
Alright, so we skipped that room, but we gotta get a statue over here, and then we gotta skip that room again. Which is actually a little tricky, because we're gonna do our save and restart here. But as soon as we leave the arcade, we gotta bolt it to the right, because if we don't, we're gonna trigger that room, and we won't be able to skip it this time. And we did it! Awesome.
Hooray!
We're gonna, quote unquote, eat some Famicom games here.
Item get.
Ooh, congrats.
Very
Continue.
rude.
5, 4.
I'm talking to the cheerleaders.
Delicious video games.
Mmm. Habari. Sorry, I was blanking for a moment there when I was talking about the next boss. Usually I don't talk about the next boss until a bit later. I'm like, what's their name? Oh, that's right, it's Habari. That's who we're going to talk to, because someone... The reason we're going to Habari is that Yamada mentions that one of the kidnappers was wearing her clothing, I believe is what it was.
Yes!
So that's where we're going to see Habari. And those are our rivals again. We just took out another
We need something gold to make that weirdo fashion designer
statue here.
We're so poor. Let's try the pawn shop in the toy district. Maybe we can trade him something. Like a knuckle
So I haven't used him yet, but those two abilities I picked up will actually help even more, do more damage while we do juggling, but they're a little more unstable though, so you gotta be careful. You really just want to run around, don't you? There we go.
So we did have a donation come in. If we have a
Oh
moment.
yes. Oh yeah, actually this is actually be a great part here. So donations or anything you want to say, this is gonna be some boring parts here.
No part of this game is boring.
Oh.
But we have a donation of $5 from the Ice Burner that says, "Barf, drops $5. So thank you for
Nice.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
Along with that, we have some goals and bid wars open. Puzzle Bobble is coming up later tonight. We have 2 for that are way open as goals. So if you want to see hard difficulty and watch all the cutscenes, you can donate towards that. We have some bid wars for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team, where you can name the protagonist, name a partner, and those only have 1 name each. So you could totally choose your own characters that you want to have them named after, friends, family, you know, good stuff like that. Or you can go for the memes.
Quit whining and
Who
keep
doesn't go for
Um,
the memes?
How many
Of course, memes are the best.
6?
And there is also a bid war, or not bid war, a goal open for that too. Play with Absol. That has no money towards it, so fill up those donation bars if you can afford it. All of the money goes towards Take This, which is an amazing charity that works for mental health, education, and assistance. So please, if you can, donate. And in the meantime, enjoy the amazing run. And beating up tigers, apparently.
Yeah, they are from Japan. I can't remember the name of them though. I should know the name.
If you know the name, you can donate with it. And I will read it
Exactly.
aloud on stream.
You ever
There's a
wonder
nice
why
fourth
everyone in
wall
our town
dialogue
is
here.
So violent? Nope. I mean, everyone's always punching and kicking each other, like everywhere we
Ooh,
go.
breaking
all
the
day
fourth
long.
wall.
I guess so.
Yeah,
What's the
exactly.
point? Nothing.
Ah, ow, 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 ow.
You okay?
I am, but I don't think those guards are.
Oh, we don't care about them.
Okay, well, we'll get Natara in here to check them, just to make sure. Oh, I forgot to mention. We have prizes. And we have some pretty awesome prizes. Including prizes that were donated by Take This. Like these really cool wooden shields. And some of them are ultra rare. We also have prizes donated by friends of the Valkyries, members of the community, who are amazing, and these like coasters and just gorgeous things. So, if you want to be entered to win any of those prizes, all you have to do is donate a little bit. Even $1 would be enough to get you in the running to earn any of those prizes. So, in chat, if you see exclamation point prizes, you can see all the really cool things that are available. There's some games that were donated, there's a whole bunch of really good stuff on that page.
Here is, I like to call him Skeletor. He looks like Skeletor, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would say. That is some style he's got there.
I think he's actually called Skullmageddon, I think, but I call him Skeletor.
Yay, the elevator's working again. Let's move it, Kyoko.
Skeletor
Don't you
Skullmageddon the Third.
ever say that.
Hey, I like that.
Yes.
It goes well together.
Perfect.
So cool, Misako. Tell me
I'm
something
gonna
I
go inside
don't.
here because we're gonna eat this toy alarm. And what
Nom
reason
nom
I-
nom.
nom nom. And that little part is important because even one point of attack power can mess up your. If you miss one, can mess up with boss strategies because you have to do enough damage if you want to do like one cycle on bosses and such. So it's good not to miss that one.
Yes.
For those Double Dragon fans, that is Linda. If you know Double Dragon, she was a common enemy, I think, in multiple Double Dragon games.
So this game is basically just a love letter to the fans.
Oh, very much so. We have the River City Ransom and Double Dragon a little bit. Although the Double Dragon is mostly, that time I had to basically jump down and then basically scroll it back up, and I just didn't do it quite right. But I can do it again, and it'll be a lot easier this time. I don't have to run down to drop off the fake cat to give to Habare here.
Okay. Let's fight. Fight.
Nice
All right, this one, Habari can be painful, so I'm gonna concentrate here.
Okay.
Oh, that went perfect. Man, that was great. If I was playing Masako, to get her in one cycle would have been a lot easier. You just gotta do her heavy attack. But because Habari goes forward so much, you can't do it with Kyoko here. I had to do that little combo. So
Yay!
that couldn't have gone any better. So I'm happy about that. You may recognize what kind of boss Habari is here, what she's a reference to.
She's a spider.
She's remember those Bullet Hell video games, like the Tohu? Basically, she's modeled after. I just missed the last one. Modeled after a Tohu boss.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm really, really, really bad at bullet hell.
I've never tried. I don't want to try.
I basically have to have one of my friends play Undertale for me so I can watch it.
Nice.
Yep. It's good times.
Was there a Bullet Hell boss in Undertale?
The combat's mostly bullet hell.
Oh, I apologize. I had not played. I started playing a little bit. Whoops. But it is a game on my list to play someday.
It's fun.
Oh, I know. I have lots of friends that tell me I need to play it.
And you're doing really well with the bullet hell in here, so I think you'll do fine.
Thank you. That one was a little tricky because I had those little bombs coming towards me, so I couldn't one cycle here, so I'll have to get her down one more time.
They're little Metroids.
They kind of are, aren't they?
They just want to land on your head.
There we go. That's Abari.
Yay!
So we're off to downtown next. And if we're playing this casually, we would go to the secret entrance. But we don't want to do that because there are 2 locked rooms we can skip if we go a different way. But we do have to go there just a little bit because there are 2 statues we have to take care of. Here
Yes.
and one in here. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
But we just want to take care of this. And then get out of here. So
So
since
I
there
have
are
a
no... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay. When you skip rooms like that, if you just skip them once, you have to keep skipping them if you have to go that area over and over. So just skipping once doesn't get you out of it. So let's carry on, Margie. What were you going to say?
So I noticed on the bosses, it seems like they have like 3 little indentations on the bar. What's that about?
On the enemies. Take a
On the
look here.
bosses.
Oh, the bosses. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I explained it a little bit, but I'll definitely go. I probably didn't fully explain it. One sec. There's a little careful thing here. We're gonna go here. There's something that's very tricky, and I'll explain after that. Get out of the way. Okay, good. That would, if I just go die inside there, that little trash can, and he would have given you a side quest. And if that had been triggered, that would have added on at least 5 minutes to the run because it adds on locked rooms.
No.
So that's what I know. I want to be careful about that. So yes, bosses. Bosses have 3 segments, and there are a lot of times you can one cycle them for each stage, and in between each stage they have a special ability, and usually you can either dodge it or sometimes you can even interrupt them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Some more statues. All right, get a couple more food.
Yes, can I help you? Okay.
Food.
Yes. Bye then.
Grapples and baguettes. Oh, I like this store.
We're gonna use a speed drink here a little bit. Helps us avoid some of the enemies, and does go a little bit faster. This guy, we found out that there's a bunch of trash, and so this guy is like, well, I'll take care of the trash, but I can't find my keys. It's gonna be in this, vat of trash zombies.
His keys were probably in his shirt. Just throwing that out there.
Spoiler. That's okay.
Oh, oops. That's
Although it's a good guess though. That's the joke. Is he actually we're down here? We actually find keys, but they're not his. And yes, they were on him the whole time.
Oh, I was more joking at the fact that it's probably safer. I don't think the Health and Safety Commission would like the fact that he was basically working in pants.
Oh.
And suspenders.
Oh, he should be having a better equipment.
Yeah, he's missing his high visibility vest. Without the high visibility vest, he could be walking down the street, doing his whole trash collection thing, and, somebody might not see him.
Oh, that's very true.
Here.
So, yep, he says, oh, those are my keys. They're on me the entire time. So we're going to our next boss here, which, if you're a Double Dragon fan, you should recognize who this is.
Come on.
It's probably, I would say, the
Find out if
biggest,
Timmy or Ricky are down here.
well, one of the biggest references to Double Dragon. It's a Bobo.
So what are you two?
I love the fonts are different for the names.
Oh, cool, yeah. Alright, that's almost one cycle there. Bobo, I want to say he's still difficult, like if you've never played him before, but there was a big patch that came out around last January or so, and it used to be a lot harder, like very annoyingly difficult with his hitboxes and stuff like that. Alright. But yeah, if you're not careful, you can still be a pain, but if you know his pattern, it's not bad.
He could be a pain. Literally.
Exactly. Alright, I'm gonna run away from him here a bit.
Run away!
Earlier strat, I'd actually let him catch me because it seems to go faster, but I actually kind of like running away instead because even after you let him catch you and throw you, he's going to do another ability afterwards, which wastes time. So I like to just run him away, and then I could just whack at him and take care of him quickly.
Yeah, that last phase went really well.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if your timing is good, you can one cycle each of those phases. So a Bobo is for a speedrunner is easy, I should say. But like I said, casually, he's probably still gonna be a pain. For those, if you don't know about Double Dragon, he was, I think it was even like the first boss of the first Double Dragon, and I don't know the other Double Dragon games that well, but I would think he's probably in other ones too. But he's one of the more famous ones.
Oh, okay.
So there's a room right here where you just run across and we skip it. Now, for locked rooms, this is the most annoying one. And the reason why is that there is a low ceiling, and it's not, as you can see right there, the ceiling's low. So it's about impossible to do any kind of juggling. So I just kind of wing it, you know.
Just toss them up into the low ceiling.
Yep, and then kind of what I do is I, hit them a little bit, toss them, and then that time I missed. I do some special abilities when they're dazed because they can't block when they're dazed. Oh, I was hoping to interrupt him in time. Alright, gotta be careful here. There we go. I was gonna say I should have a level pretty soon. Next room is a room we can skip. We just go up on the roof.
Finally, we're out of Trash Town. I need like 10 showers. Later. Find that concert. If Kunio and Ricky aren't
Let me
there,
get one more
maybe someone there knows.
Please enter.
handstand
Master
kick.
the art of breaking faces.
Nice ability.
A good one.
Where they are. But I'm stinky.
So do you eat the abilities too?
Eat the abilities? Oh, I don't think so. That'd be interesting. So we're going to see with save and restart here, not because there's a locked room, but because the dialogue is really long and we want to skip it. So saves us, I would say, probably good at least 30 seconds. So fish market, which we'll be dealing with, excuse me, later.
The store was
Yeah.
called Plaid the Impaler.
It's interesting when you speedrun a game, especially when you speedrun it after not playing that long casually. There are times where like I'm speedrunning it and like, hey, it looks like there's that dude, look in the audience. He has got weird eyes. I'm like, really? And I look and I never noticed that before. But the one you mentioned, I think, was that one of the stands? Was called that?
Yeah, it was one of the stores. It was called Plaid the Impaler.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Just you speedrun, you kind of forget some of those things. There we go. Now we're gonna go in here. Or basically, we're trying to get a Noises concert, and this is the concierge, and he will give us the tickets that we can prove that we're our biggest fan. So we're gonna find out some information. But before we do that, we are going to take care of some statues here.
Fighting in the museum. Blathers is gonna be so cheesed. Oh wait, it was a hotel. We're fine.
I bet Ricky and Kunio. What were the 3 questions again? Noise's favorite drink. Look, it's Cowrie.
There's a room. Ah, let's fit up here. Basically, gonna skirt the top edge here. So this next part is tricky. If we're not careful, we will soft lock the game. So what we gotta do is this dialogue we have to let finish, because if we save and restart while this dialogue is still going, we won't get credit for the quest and we won't be able to get it again.
Noise's favorite food. Hey, mine too. Question answered. Come on.
Lucky Penny.
All right, well, we got all our 3 pieces. Oops, mess that up. We're gonna get some food here. Including some garlic gelato.
Mmm.
Wicked.
I'd try it.
Electric.
I'd also eat all of the fried cheese.
Hey there.
Mmm, that would be good too.
Electric. Wicked.
The waitress, or the one taking your order, is terrifying.
Later, ladies.
Strong eye power.
So now I got the
May I help
tickets.
you?
Oh, just missed the jump. Got that corner is a little tricky. You gotta really pull it tight.
You got this.
Thank you. There we go.
And our charity is Take This.
We got VIP pass.
All right, so we're going to change a couple of our
That's weird.
accessories here. What that does is the scissors exchanges some agility for attack power, and the frill brow will actually increase the amount of time that we're invulnerable to attack. So it'll help us with our boss strategy here. So this is noise, and you'll kind of recognize what's going on the ground here. So yes, that does kind of look like Guitar Hero, but instead of trying to hit the notes, we want to miss the notes.
Aww.
Except at the end. At the end of each song, we do want to be hit by the note on purpose, because then we can use our abilities to take out as much health as we can from her before we actually have to start dealing with her. So that's the strategy.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Doesn't look like Dragon Force.
Almost. Okay, I did have it. Wow, that must have been a little bit of a race condition. I did the damage needed, but it was right when she was going to do her next attack. That's never happened before. There we go. I gotta have one of those, right?
Yes. It would be a speed run in a marathon without a huh?
Exactly. I actually did have one of those my first time running this in a marathon. That was for Midwest Speed Fest back in the spring, which was quite the run. It was good. It was my first time doing one, but had a couple weird things happen. One of them, I forget what the event was for this. Has never happened. However, the other thing that's happened wasn't it, but it was something that was also weird. I'll explain a little bit. I was a little too early. Get a little bit down anyway. My first speed run in a marathon for this game, I was playing on a laptop in person, and I forgot to plug it in.
Oops.
Yep. You can imagine what happened next.
Yeah, that sounds unpleasant.
Yeah. But I still got thoroughly finished, and so it happens.
So how much charge did you have left?
Probably when I started the run, I probably had, I'm not sure if I had a full charge, but definitely not enough charge to, do the whole run. I'm on my PC here, so we're not on a laptop right now, so we're fine.
Everything's
But-
fine.
Everything's fine. Yeah, I was my first time. I was so nervous, and it's in person. Like, all right, I got my laptop. Let's set it up, and I start playing, and it just goes black. Like, what? Oh, I forgot to plug it in. Whoopsie.
Shifty eyes.
But it's kind of funny because during the This, having my computer shut off during a marathon has happened more than once. It happened during Midwest Speed Fest for a free enterprise race. So it's happened more than once to me. But so far, so good on this one, though.
Yes. Well, hopefully your computer won't suddenly unplug itself.
I hope so. I have had cat aggro in the past, but she is with her sister up in a cat tree, so it's safe for now.
Yay! You won!
Oopsie. All right. Just ran into this baton there, didn't I? So now we have the last stage to do. Oops. Which will be in the the Sabu Tower, I should say. We've been destroying those statues. They were called Sabu statues. Sabu is the crime boss in the Kunio world.
Come on, let's get to that tower and find our boyfriends. It's those.
So a world where people just beat each other up randomly has a crime boss?
I know, crazy, right?
Jeez.
What does this world
This
come
game.
to?
I know, right?
Okay, one more. There we go. Oh, I was hoping to get him off here. Or block and then do this.
You just wanted to show us what happens if you don't do that.
Exactly, yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I'm doing. This right here is the last room we could skip. We just jump on the ledge and run to the right.
Lying, right, Misako? What? Obviously.
Just to jump on the ledge.
My knuckles
And then
are
run to the
hurting.
right.
Yeah, so are my knees.
Sorry.
Where do you think Leo and Ricky are? This Sabu guy's got him. Odds are they're in his penthouse. So we're going up.
The guy in the background is just like, eh.
Careful of this guy. These guys with the tattoos, or I think those like tattoos. They like to do Hadoukens, or Kamehameha, whatever you wanna decide you wanna do. No, I don't want to pick you up. When you see me pick up an enemy, it's pretty much never on purpose. Because I'd rather pick up and, juggle them rather than pick them up.
Right.
No, don't go behind me. I want you in front of me so I can hit you.
Yes. Much easier to punch from.
Exactly. So we got a statue up here. Nope, you're not gonna hit me. So if I counted right, we should have one more statue.
Those lasers are terrifying.
Oh yes, you definitely don't want to be caught in those.
No.
Ooh, careful here. Okay, let's go ahead and use one here. I'll have a level here soon, but I bought some extra food for marathon safety. There we go.
Yay!
Oops. Missed the jump there.
It's fine. Everything's
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Everything's fine.
We just
You
wanted
might
to check
notice-
and see what was down there. Make sure no more
Oh,
sick.
exactly. Something you might notice is sometimes I'll be holding my block button while I'm opening a door. That was something else that was changed in the big patch. It used to be people just tap the button and then talk to an NPC or open a door, but people playing casually would be trying to fight and they would actually be accidentally opening doors and talking to people because it's the same button as a light attack. So they changed it so that you have to click and hold it to open a door, which casual plays, hey, that's cool. But for speedrunning, no, it's annoying. It adds time, and also because you're trying to fight as least people as possible, there's plenty of times where if you're not careful, you will get hit while you're trying to open a door.
Mm-hmm.
Got another one. Hey, careful with that thing.
They're money laundering. Hee hee.
Exactly, yeah. I was hoping to punch him as soon as he came up, but alright, come on, let's compete together. There we go. So that
Do you
was
know how-
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go for it.
Oh, that was supposed to be the 25th statue, so I missed one somewhere, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Another explosive.
Yeah, there's it shouldn't be too far back,
Choco.
so we'll deal with that when we do the first regular boss. I mean, worst case, you know, if we're good, I'm not sure how we're doing on time. If we're getting behind, I do have a save spot at the secret boss if we run out of time.
Okay.
But when I do these runs, I try to kind of keep a mental record, like, oh, I'm at this spot, I should have 11 statues. I should have like 13 statues. And I was pretty much along the, I was at the right count for up until just recently. So I might have to do another locked room, but we'll see. We'll see what time it is when we do the regular boss, and it shouldn't be too far back. Oh, come on. One annoying thing about when you try to block when you're entering doors, most things you can block, but if they do an attack that does a stun, you can't block those, unfortunately. So that occasionally happens in that door with an elevator. So there's a RNG there, whether you get hit by that or not.
Okay, explosives planted.
Now, I'm not sure if anyone's watching because I don't chat up. If someone in chat who plays this game knows which statue I missed, that would be helpful too. I'm not sure if anyone's chatting and that knows this game or not.
Well, we do have plenty of people who seem to know the game fairly well, so...
Yeah, if anyone knows which statue I missed, that would definitely help. I think I have an idea where, but if you know precisely, that would be awesome. That would be helpful. What are we doing? Okay, we're going up here. We're going to do Sebuko, which is the normal last boss. And her name is Sabuko, which she is Sebu's daughter.
She's cool.
Actually, there's I forgot to change one of my... We want to do this instead of that. We don't need the extra vulnerability. it's really funny when she sends out these minions, because if you watch the dialogue before the fight starts, she's like, I don't need no help. But if you can kill them fast enough, it'll save a little time. Otherwise, if you take too long, she'll... oh, okay. So, yeah, because, what am I going to say? So, Seppuku isn't too bad, but the way you want to do her is that, you'll notice that when I run away from her, she teleports. And what you really want to do is, as soon as she teleports, you get around her and hit her right away. Because if you do, then you can start doing damage on her. If you don't, there's several abilities that make it really hard to get any kind of combo in. So you really want to avoid that at all costs. Like that one.
Right.
But it's tricky. It's gotta get the timing down. And
Pause the battle. I need to eat a snack.
Gotta hit her in time. She's gonna do that, aren't you?
Yep.
That last... There we go. But there's actually... She has a 4th stage. So do this one more time.
Her health bar lied to us.
I know. Oops. Oh man, I didn't realize I was supposed to do a level. And that's the most annoying one right there, is these tornadoes. You can't get anything down on her. I mean, you can hit her a couple times, but not more than we want to.
Right.
So that's the one you want to avoid the most. There we go. That is the end of the regular game.
Yay!
So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the credits and we're going to do Loiter, because that'll let us go back into the regular game and then go find this statue.
Impossible!
Because we missed one. Anyone in chat mention anything?
They said they did not see which one that you missed.
Okay. We'll do a little bit of exploratory surgery here, but like I said, not too far back, I knew I had the right number, so.
Okay. And while you go looking,
So,
we had
go
a...
here and we would do Loiter. If we do new game, obviously it does a new game. And we don't want that. So what we're going to do... Oh yeah, do you have a donation?
We do. We have $25 from Mikuwama. Or, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. And it says, Camp, California!
Nice.
So thank you for the donation. We have some awesome stretch goals, and we did update our total goal, hope, to $15,000. We hit 10 earlier tonight. If we can hit... Ooh, there you go.
I got it. And I hit, didn't go crossed, so hopefully... Okay, Loiter. Make sure I don't hit New Game Plus. I do have a backup in case I did that. So I did find it.
Yay!
All right, we don't want to go this way. We'll go back the way we go. As I figured, I'm glad I found it because it's like there's only a few places I could have been. I was keeping track of my count pretty well. Now I would go back to Sabu Tower and back up to the top of the tower. So now we have 2 parts of that locket. We're gonna put those in. Who is the secret boss gonna be?
Me.
Oh no. I'm not sure if I can win then. Now let's go for a moment. It's Hasabe Mame. This one I'm gonna mostly concentrate, but I'll talk a little bit when I can. So this can be tricky if you're not careful. I have some food. So like other bosses, they have this special ability they'll do mostly in between. Oops. That's not the right way to do it. Basically, you want to wait till they start moving across, then you move. That right there is the worst ability. Is that ability right there from Mame is the cheer drill. If she hits you full on, I'm not sure if it can take out full health, but a lot of it. So you want to avoid that attack at all costs. So now we got this ability we got to deal with once. So we got one more phase here we gotta do. And we want to make sure that since every time you do damage, every time you hit one of the two, you do damage to the whole health bar. We want to make sure that we do the last damage to Hasabe, which you'll realize in a moment if I do this right. It's a little tricky because sometimes they'll be together, and okay, we're gonna do that one more time. But we want to try to take down Mame because that chill drill that I just mentioned. Perfect. So whoever you knocked down with the last amount turns into a ghost, and then the other one goes berserk. Now, if that was all right, still gotta be careful though. Something else here, make sure. So I can hit Hasabe, but it won't do damage. It only does damage if I hit the ghost here, which is actually kind of fun. If you play this multiplayer, if one of your teammate goes down, you can actually punch them into the ground, punch their body into the ground, and bring them back up. They counter a lot, but and they like to block block too.
I mean, to be fair.
So as soon as I hit my last time here, it'll be time. Time.
GG.
Thank you. So hopefully you have time. This is the regular ending is okay, but the secret ending is so much better. So if you got time, can we watch the cutscene here? It doesn't take too long, just like a minute.
Yeah, I think we can watch the secret ending because we did donate for it for all bosses. So
that's true. That's right. You have to do it because it is part of the benefit of the all bosses is the secret ending.
Exactly.
So kind of mess a little bit of dialogue there, but basically it's like, yeah, they were the girlfriends, but in a Super Famicom game that was a long time ago, so they don't remember you.
We did it. Should we still kick them out the window?
They're like, all right, fine, you're their girlfriends, whatever.
Yeah, one 16-bit game that wasn't even released in the USA.
Exactly.
Not our smartest plan. Maybe if we twist our bodies just as we land, we can. Hey, we're not dead. No, but we're gonna be sore tomorrow. I wonder
We're not dead.
What is it, Kyoko?
There they are.
Man, you were right, Ricky. A trip to the spa's just what we needed.
I agree, Kunio. It is relaxing.
Huh?
Wow.
The spa's for men only.
Kunio! You big dummy, we've been looking all over for you! We thought you were kidnapped, Ricky Poo!
Kidnapped? As if. What made them think that?
No idea. Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm starving. Let's get a Merv burger. You guys want to join us?
Now that is the much better secret ending. If you, played this the normal mode. Excuse me. So sorry. Instead of saying, kidnap, as if, instead of being like, who are those two? No idea. And the girl's response is to punch them into the air.
I feel like their response should have been to punch them in the air anyway. But
even if
that
she
might
didn't-
just be me.
You mean punch them that they weren't kidnapped?
And then they were being kind of jerks about it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, the regular ending when they said they have no idea who these girls are, they then punch them in the air. They totally deserve that. Whether they are the girlfriends or not, they risked their lives trying to save them. They're like, who are these two? No idea. Like, yeah, they totally deserved it.
Right. Exactly.
So thank you. What was my final time?
Your final time was 1 hour, 5 minutes, 47 seconds. 47.82 seconds.
Okay, that's what I've been doing when I've been practicing with Kyoko, because the two characters I've been mostly playing Misako. Kyoko I've only been picking up recently, so I'm not as fast with her as I am with Misako. So that kind of rounds out about what I've been practicing with her lately, is around level 5. So, all right, that feels good.
Yeah, and you even had to go back and get the other thing. So, no, you
That's
did really
true.
well.
Thank you. Yeah, that if it wasn't for that, that would have been under 109 for sure.
Totally.
Or 105. I said 109, didn't I? I meant 105.